Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing this afternoon? Ladies and gentlemen, you could do better than that. Donna Elkins was louder than all of you a while ago. So I'm going to ask the question again. How are we doing, all of you? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Jody was louder than that. He's still recuperating from winning the barbecue sandwich eating contest last night. And I know a funny story after that I can't share. But anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stewart County Fair Not-So-Newlywed Game. And we have three beautiful couples. And I know all three couples pretty well, so they're a little nervous. A little nervous. So we'll begin. Our first couple, Jonathan and Natalie, go ahead and introduce yourselves. And remember, lean into the microphone so we can hear you. Go ahead.
Jonathan and Natalie Hardison. What all do you want to know?
What do you want to tell us?
As most of you all know, she is the county clerk of the Stewart County, and I'm the pastor of Walnut Grove Baptist Church. I also work, there's some of my church people, thank you. And I also work a full-time job at Fort Campbell, and come December, we'll be married 23 years.
23 years. Congratulations. Next up, Scott and Leslie Bickford. Go ahead, Scott. Oh, he's going to do a solo.
I'm Scott Bickford. It's my wife, Leslie Bickford. We've been married 14 years ago.
That started out good.
She's a dental hygienist in Paris, and I'm the chief of police in Dover.
All right, let's give them a big round of applause. And then James and Misty Wyatt. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm James. This is my wife, Misty. I pastor at New Haven Baptist Church, and also just recently started pastoring at Rose Valley Community Church. My wife, Misty, is the consulate coordinator here for Stewart County. We just celebrated our 29th wedding anniversary.
All right, let's give them a big round of applause. All of our contestants a big round of applause. Now, this is the Not-So-Newlywed Game, and this was a famous game years ago. The Newlywed Game was a famous game years ago, and here's how it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. When I ask, say, Jonathan a question, Jonathan, you're going to predict what Natalie's answer will be when we bring the wives back on stage. Do we all understand that? When I ask you a question, you're going to answer predicting what your spouse would say. All right? And we have got some colorful questions. I'm just saying, not too colorful, but somewhat colorful. So, all right, Miss Addison, are we ready to sequester the wives off stage? We're going to have y'all go back to the blue cool tent.
Okay.
Sequester the life. Way over there. Camper.
All right, everybody. Is everybody enjoying the fair so far? All right. Kenny Bumpus, they're looking for you over there. He's over in the back corner, the large bearded man standing up. The other back corner. All right, gentlemen. Your wives are sequestered. Our first question is, who, and I love this question, Who was your most frequent weekend drop-in visitor in your early married years? Your folks, your spouse's folks, church friends, or neighbors? Jonathan.
Predicting what she would say, right?
Predicting what she would say. Why don't you tell us and not keep it a secret? Anyway.
Yeah, these markers don't work.
All right. You're okay. Your folks, her folks, Scott said, James? I didn't mean to scare you,
You
James.
needed another one.
Huh?
You needed another option.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Exactly.
You want to tell them?
Yeah, it was you.
That's why I love this question. That's why it was multiple choice.
Then you give me a hint that doesn't work.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's more markers right here. Jonathan, will you help me out? There's a whole box there, buddy. Just grab that whole box. Don't fall off the stage.
So I was trying to avoid
And it would be the not married any longer, dude. All right. So go ahead and hold your answers up. That's all right. Jonathan said your folks. Scott said her folks. And James, since he can't say Van,
Her folks.
her folks. All right. Now, second question. And these are 5-point questions, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen carefully to this question. Your spouse would say your current mattress is built for great sleep, great reading, great snoring, or great morning coffee. Did you see how we kind of led you one way or the other?
Say those one more time.
Your spouse would say your current mattress is built for great sleep, great reading, great snoring, or great morning coffee. We begin with Jonathan last time. Scott, what would Leslie say? Great sleep. All right, James?
It says sleep. Instead of work. Sleep.
And that man, a dry erase marker. Jonathan. Great snoring. All right. And then, at home, your spouse treats the thermostat like a bank vault, a suggestion, a tug of war rope, or set it and forget it. The thermostat, your spouse sets it like a bank vault, a suggestion, a tug of war rope, or set it and forget it. We've got time for one more question. All right, Jonathan. Set it and forget it. Scott, set it and forget it.
Same thing. Forget it.
Set it and forget it. All right. Let's go ahead and bring the wives back out. Yeah, I changed my mind.
Great snoring, that's the mattress. Number 3, set it and forget it. Thermostat.
Let's give our wives a big round of applause as they make their way back.
We need to cover her. Yeah.
Gentlemen, cover your answers, please. Thank you. We've learned some interesting facts about you ladies.
I have no doubt.
And I just want to say, Leslie, really?
No doubt.
All right. Now, once again, ladies, don't forget to lean into the microphone so we can all hear you. We asked your husband 3 questions. They're 5 points apiece. And the first question that we asked was, who was your most frequent weekend drop-in visitor in your early married years? Your folks, your spouse's folks, church friends, or neighbors? Limited to those 4. The gentlemen were limited to those 4. Your folks, your spouse's folks, church friends, or neighbors. We began this round with Jonathan, and so Natalie, who would you say was the most frequent weekend drop-in visitor in your early years of marriage?
My parents.
Your parents. How much were they there?
He's looking straight at her.
I'm looking at her mom.
His parents live too far away.
Ah, okay. And so, Jonathan, what did you say?
Her folks.
Her folks. All right, 5 points for the Hardisons. Now, Leslie, the question. Who was the most frequent weekend drop-in visitor in your early married years? Your folks, your spouse's folks, church friends, or neighbors? Who would you say?
My parents.
Your parents. All right. What did Scott say?
Her parents.
Her parents. All right. So the Bickfords are on the board with 5 points, and then James and Misty. Misty, your folks, your spouse's folks, church friends, or neighbors?
Well, it was you, so you were my neighbor. That's what I'm saying.
James, what did you say?
I had to say her as well. You weren't my neighbor.
It was. You just lived across the way.
So, funny story. So, when they got married, they lived close by. And then when the first time they moved even closer to me. And they've always been good friends. James and I graduated high school together. And Misty and I worked together. And so when I was dating my wife 27 years ago, they were fairly newly married. And I would go over to their house and I would stay and I would talk. They would provide relation counseling. You know, and then, you know, as the sun would go down, the lights would come on, and I would go, and I would be there, and they would talk, we would talk, and then, you know, and then they would like move into the bedroom, and, you know, and I would be there, and the lights would, and I would talk, they would talk, and then they would shut the bedroom lights off, and then I would be there at the foot of the bed, and I was talking. Sooner or later, they stopped talking, and started snoring, and at that point, I just saw myself out. All right, so everybody on the board but the Wyatts because a curveball. I see your logic, Misty. We're not going to give you any grief. So, our next question. We'll begin with Leslie. What would Scott say you would say your current mattress is built for? Great sleep, great reading, great snoring, or great morning coffee?
Great snoring.
Great snoring. I can tell, if you can tell, Leslie, by Scott's reaction. Scott, what did you say?
Sleep.
Sleep. All right, no points for the Bickfords. Misty, what would James say your answer would be? Great sleep, great reading, great snoring, great morning coffee.
Great sleep.
All right, great sleep. The Wyatts are on the board. All right, Natalie, what would Jonathan say?
Great snoring.
Great snoring. Look at the grin on that man's face. All right, so right now the Hardisons are in the lead. Everybody else is tied for second. Our third and final question for the wives. Wives, we asked your husbands to predict your answer. At home, your spouse treats the thermostat like a bank vault, a suggestion, a tug of war rope, or set it and forget it. Let's see. We'll begin this time with, this is the third question, with Misty.
I'm going to say set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. James gives you confirmation. Set it and forget it. What do you set your thermostat to?
69.
69. Is that year round? You are a man after my. That's why I hung out, because it was always cool at your house. All right. Natalie, what would Jonathan say about you as far as how you treat the thermostat? Like a bank vault, a suggestion, a tug of war rope, or set it and forget it?
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it.
What's your thermostat set at?
During the day, 70. At night, 68. Nope,
All right.
7.
So, all right, hey.
Program.
Y'all have a cool house too. All right, Leslie. Leslie, what would Scott say?
Bring a blanket because we set it and forget it.
Oh, set it and forget it. Scott?
Set it and forget it.
All right, so all couples. So right now we have the Hardisons with 15 points, and then the Bickfords and the Wyatts 10 points each. All right, so now we are going to sequester the husbands.
That marks mine.
Let's give our husbands a big round of applause. They actually did pretty well with that round. It's okay, guys. Got plenty of time. They look like three cowboys walking off into the sunset. All right. Now, we begin the first round with the Hardisons. We'll begin with Leslie. And Leslie, when Scott goes to church, his default church arrival is... His default church arrival timing is 15 minutes early, 5 minutes early, right at the start, or fashionably late. What do you say?
Right at the start.
Right at the start. All right. This is not a fair question. I just realized that. And Misty, what would James's church arrival timing be?
15 minutes early.
15 minutes early.
So does that mean we get extra credit since I'm not a preacher's wife? This was not a fair question.
Let's scratch this question. Because we want to be fair.
Not all of us are preachers.
All right. So, these are 10-point questions. On your first date, which moment is the most memorable to your spouse? What you wore, what you ate, where you went, something funny that happened. What you wore, what you ate, where you went, something funny that happened. Leslie.
Where we went.
Where we went. All right, Misty.
I'm going to say something funny that happened.
Something funny that happened. What happened funny, Misty?
Two things. The first thing was we were watching a movie and I don't like small noises. He didn't know that, so he was trying to crunch a peppermint really, really slowly. So it would bother me, but it was all us three and we didn't have a second date. And the other thing was that my dad had to have an emergency appendectomy that night, so.
All right, well, that was definitely a memorable. All right. Natalie, can you top that? Are we going to have emergency surgeries in your answer?
No.
What you wore, what you ate, where you went, something funny that happened.
What I ate,
Well, all right, and what did y'all have?
barbecue ribs.
Barbecue ribs. Leslie, where you said where you went? Where did y'all go?
Black Horse.
Black Horse.
Black
All-
Horse into the movies.
Black Horse into the movies. All right. All right, our next question. We'll begin with Misty. Misty, what season best fits your spouse's personality and why in 5 words or less?
It's football season or not? Is it the actual season? I would say winter because he's chill.
Winter because he's chill. All right, Natalie.
I'm gonna say summer because he can get kind of, I'll use the word like spicy, but he likes to pick, he likes to joke, he likes to,
Oh, I thought you were going to say thunder because he felt hot.
well, I thought about it.
All right, Leslie.
Fall because he doesn't like to sweat.
Fall because he doesn't like to sweat. All right. Now, your spouse's favorite errand buddy. You, a friend, an audiobook, or a solo mission? Let's see, I believe it's Natalie's turn.
Me.
You,
He
spouse.
loves me. Loves me.
All right.
I didn't hear the question.
Your spouse's favorite errand buddy. Would it be you, a friend of his, an audiobook, or a solo mission? All right. Misty. All right. Let's see. We're on question number 4. In a small town parade, your spouse is most likely to, we're beginning with Leslie. Your spouse is most likely to wave from a float, walk with a group, sit and cheer, or volunteer behind the scenes.
Volunteer behind the scenes.
Volunteer behind the scenes. Misty, what about James?
Same, volunteer behind the scenes.
Volunteer behind the scenes. Natalie?
Walk with group.
Walk with the group. I have a funny story about a parade I was in once, but we'll save that for another time. All right, that is our 4th question. All those are 10-point questions. And then we are going to have a 25-point question. What piece of advice from your spouse has aged best in your marriage? What piece of advice from your spouse has aged the best in your marriage? Misty. From him. Or actually, no. You're predicting his answer about you. I'm sorry. You're predicting his answer about you.
What I gave to him.
Yes. Never gave him any advice, have you?
I would say that my best piece of advice for him is learning the difference between an irritation and an injury.
Learning the difference between an irritation and an injury. All right, Natalie.
He's the one that always gives me advice.
He's the one that always gives you advice. All right.
I don't know, just to that everything's gonna be okay one way or another. He's always got a lot going on, so
So he would say that you would say everything's going to be okay. All right, Leslie, what advice that you have given Scott would he say has aged the best in your marriage?
Like Natalie, Scott's the advice giver, but I'm his cheerleader, so I would say pray about it and we got this. It'll be okay.
Pray about it, we got it, it'll be okay. All right. And so that was 4 10-point questions. and one 25-point question. Let's have our husbands come on back out of the tent, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Ladies, please cover your answers so the gentlemen can't see them when they come out. And our friends over at the blue tent, if you can have the husbands come on out. All right, let's give the husbands a big round of applause as they join us back. All right, so the husbands, I don't know if you noticed the design, but we asked y'all 3 5-point questions. The wives, we asked 4 10-point questions and a 25-point question.
And one question got scratched.
And we asked one question that got scratched because me, the smart man sometimes, I asked, how early does your spouse get to church? We've got 2 preachers on the stage. So not the smartest question on my part, so I'm like a monkey with a script. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so who do we begin this round with? Leslie, we asked, so we'll begin with Scott. Scott, we asked Leslie, on your first date, what would Scott say is the most memorable memory? What you wore, what you ate, where you went, or something funny that happened?
Where we went.
Where we went. Where did you go, Scott?
We see the movie Borat.
Borat.
Where did we go eat?
Black Horse.
Oh, look at that. So, is Scott kind of like Borat at home? Is he very nice? Very
No
nice.
comments.
All right. Now, James, we asked Misty on your first date, what would James say is the most memorable moment? What you wore, what you ate, where you went, or something funny that happened?
What? 3 of those is the correct answer.
Well, we're going to need you to pick one, buddy. I love you, but
Say them again.
what Misty wore, what y'all ate, where y'all went, or something funny that happened?
Something funny that happened.
What happened that's funny, James?
Well, I was eating this peppermint candy.
And how are you eating it, James?
Well, I was trying to be polite and quiet.
And how did that go, James?
Not too good.
Not too good.
And I didn't know for a little while later, but she really wanted to end the relationship that night.
And James, if that wasn't bad enough, did anything else happen in the course of the evening?
Yes.
What else happened, James?
Her dad had appendicitis.
Her dad had appendicitis. So how long y'all been married now?
29 years.
29 years, and it almost didn't happen because of a peppermint. And then poor Willie in the hospital. All right, so let's give him a round of applause. I think James deserves a round of applause on that one.
Is that extra credit?
You may not win, but you won the hearts of all the wives in the crowd. Oh, he remembers. And I hope he doesn't eat peppermint around me. All right, so Jonathan, we asked Natalie on your first date, which moment is most memorable to you? What she wore, what you ate, or y'all ate, or where you went, or something funny that happened?
I'm going to say where we went.
You're going to say, well, where did you go?
Oh, Charlie's.
Oh, Charlie's. What did you eat there?
I don't remember what I ate. She ate ribs.
She ate ribs. Why does that stick out?
Because I was impressed that she ordered ribs. I was slightly disappointed that she ate them with a fork, but she still ordered ribs and ate them. So I was.
You ate ribs with a fork?
Yes, it was the first date.
Where are you from? All right, let's give our couples a big round of applause for question one.
What about an answer?
Huh? Oh,
My
I
answer,
missed
my
it.
answer was what I ate,
yeah.
which he remembered.
Yeah, but he ain't getting points. Because it's old Charlie, so we went to old Charlie. No. All right. Now, let's see. Scott, we asked Leslie, what season best fits your personality, Scott's personality? And why in 5 words or less? What did Leslie say? How would she describe your personality?
Fall.
Fall, and why?
Because it's getting into the colder weather. From the heat.
And so, let's see, I looked at my judges. Yeah, she said fall because you're chill.
Because he doesn't like to sweat.
Oh, he doesn't like to sweat, I'm sorry.
That's
Oh, I got that wrong, I'm sorry. He doesn't like to sweat the heat. All right, I'm glad Addison's down here beside me because I would have totally messed that up. James, we asked the same question. How would Misty describe you as a season and why? What would she attribute you as a season and why?
Winter. Melancholy. Does that work?
That'll work,
Okay.
yeah. Melancholy. Are you very melancholy?
Yeah.
It's because you can't have peppermint. Are you allowed peppermint now?
If I'm by myself.
Are you like a smoker? Do you have to go outside on the patio and eat your peppermint?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, she puts it in my teeth.
she puts it in your. Okay, well, listen. Don't eat peppermint near her, or she might put something else in your teeth.
Sure.
Oh, because she was ready to end the relationship. She may end you, though. All right, Jonathan. What season would Natalie attribute to you, and why?
Fall. Because I'm cool and calm.
No, Jonathan, that's not it. Not at all, Jonathan. Nowhere near it, Jonathan.
Very good.
And here I thought we were going to be the couple prayed for at the end.
Oh, Jonathan, okay, you didn't get any points, Jonathan. I'm going to give you a second chance. It's not going to get you any good. It's not going to get you any points, but just so we can have a little bit of fun with this. What would be your second choice, Jonathan?
Summer because I'm so hot.
That's what I said, friend. She did say summer because you're spicy. Because you like to pick. And people like that are not chill. Jonathan. All right, our third question. Who do we begin with this time? All right. James, we asked Misty, who is James's favorite errand buddy? We gave her choices. Misty, a friend, an audiobook, or is it a solo mission?
Aaron, but
Errand buddy.
her.
Her. Misty, what'd you say? Me. But you don't let him chew on peppermint, do you? No. Do you have anybody that hangs out at your house now? Okay. All right, Jonathan, listen carefully to the question. All right, I love you, brother. All right. Where are they at on the points? Okay, y'all started strong.
We faltered.
And then we brought Natalie back out. Y'all started strong. We sent you away. Not so good.
Yeah.
All right. So, who would Natalie say is your favorite errand buddy? Natalie, a friend, audiobook, or solo mission?
Natalie.
Natalie, what'd you say?
Me.
All right. Because y'all like to go out and get ribs
That's right.
with a fork. Ribs with a fork. How do you eat your fried chicken?
Oh, with my hands.
With your hands. You eat fried chicken with your hands.
It's not barbecue sauce all over that.
It's grease. Where do you get your fried chicken? When you eating sawdust?
That doesn't show.
Oh, he doesn't show. Does on my shirt. All right, Scott. Who would Leslie say, you would say, would be your favorite errand buddy? Leslie, a friend, audiobook, or solo mission? Her. Leslie, what'd you say? What kind of errands do y'all run?
Grocery shopping, post office.
Hobby Lobby, Michael's, flower shop.
Okay.
Motorcycle store.
Hey, Scott made me think of something. Who here is single?
Oh, thanks, man.
None of you. I'm not trying to hook him up. Who is single? One person.
Well, he did say if this didn't work out, and I got upset after the fact, he was hoping next year was The Bachelor. So, there's always next year.
Listen, if y'all have any single men in your family, somebody told me the other day, single men, listen, go to Hobby Lobby. Hang out at Hobby Lobby. The ratio is like 10 to 1. All right, James. Oh, well, James is like, we ain't got time. I got to get the peppermint. I'm not even going to let you read the question, man. All right, so you would say Misty. Misty, who is James's favorite that you said? All right, let's give him a big round of applause. All right, and then, Jonathan, we asked Natalie, in a small town parade, your spouse is most likely to, multiple choice, wave from a float, walk with a group, sit and cheer, or volunteer behind the scenes. What would Natalie say you would most likely be doing out of those four?
I would be doing?
Waving from a float, walking with a group, sitting and cheering, or volunteering behind the scenes.
I'm going to say sitting and cheering.
Yeah, you would, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Probably with some ribs. Look at Natalie's face right now. What do you think? What do you think that was the correct answer?
I already know.
You know what? And Natalie has more faith in you than you do, and maybe more than you deserve. No. She is all about her man because he thumb her, and she said he would be volunteering behind. No, what'd you say? Walking with the crowd. You'd be walking with the crowd. So, Scott, what would Leslie say that you would most likely be doing? Waving from a float, walking with a group, singing and cheering, or volunteering behind the scenes?
Sitting and cheering.
Oh! Scott, look at Leslie's face.
I got it wrong.
You want to take another guess? You got
Volunteering.
Volunteering behind the scenes.
Yeah, if you'd have gone with that first, Scott, your wife would be a lot happier right now. Oh.
Cheering.
Misty, what about James? Or James, what did Misty say about you? I'm confused myself.
Oh, me too.
What did Misty say you would be doing in a small town parade? You.
Behind the scenes, volunteering behind the scenes.
Volunteering behind the scenes. That is the only smile we got out of the wives on this round. Mr. Peppermint.
All right.
Oh, look at that. What's his breath smell like? Not peppermint. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where are we at on the points, Miss Addison? 25 for the Hardisons, 40 Bickford, 50 Wyatt. All right. So, Hardisons, you're not out of this. I mean, you probably are. But that's if the Bickfords and the Wyatts leave the stage. All right, so our 25-point question. Scott, we asked Leslie, what piece of advice would Leslie say you gave that...
No, it's what we gave.
Oh, what piece of advice has Leslie given that has aged best in your marriage? What piece of advice has Leslie given you
That was
that,
our facial expression
Right,
too.
yeah.
that has aged best in your marriage?
What piece of advice have I given you that has aged best in our marriage?
Give each other our own separate space.
Yeah, that might happen. He said, because he's not talking into the microphone now because he's hanging his head down in disappointment. But he said, giving each other their own personal space. And after this game, yeah, that might be. All right, Leslie, you want to clue him in?
I said that I would be his biggest cheerleader. I always tell him to pray about it and it'll be okay.
That's too long of an answer. That's too long of an answer.
That's too long. Well, it was the correct answer for your situation. All right, James, what piece of advice has Misty given you that has aged the best in marriage?
I don't know. Because here's the problem. She gives a lot of really good advice. Really, really good advice.
I actually made the quip. You don't give him any advice, do you?
I'll just keep it simple. Maybe.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that on this answer. Misty, what did you say?
I said that you need to learn the difference between irritation and injury.
Yes. Well, see,
So,
that's
like-
what I'm saying. There's so many to choose from.
Yeah, and your answer is an irritation,
Yes.
not an injury.
Yes.
Although there may be an injury after this game.
All right, Hardison, Jonathan, buddy, y'all are in the game still. You're in the game. If you get the 25-point question, you are going to take it. No pressure. No pressure whatsoever.
It's gone so well for my brothers up here.
What piece of advice has Natalie given you that has aged the best in your marriage?
Take this one a second.
I don't know. I'm gonna say not going to bed angry.
That is good.
That is good.
You know, the preacher gets biblical. Don't let the sun set on your wrath.
That's right.
You know. So, I mean, and then all of them are like, oh, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. But was that the right one?
Everything will be okay.
Everything's going to be okay.
Right.
All right, so Miss Addison, what is our final tally? Nobody got the 25 point. Not a single one of them. The Hardisons have 25. The Bickfords have 40. And our winners, even though peppermint is not allowed, let's give a big round of applause to the Wyatts. And after the trace gets done at midnight tonight, we're all going over to James and Misty's house and hanging out at the foot of their bed. So, now, our winners have a special treat because Misty is James's queen and James is Misty's king. Earthly.
That could have been us.
Gotta throw that E on there back. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
What is second place, Keith? Second place.
Space away from each other.
It's a long word.
Let's give them another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the rodeo begins at 6:30. Tickets are available at that tent over there where the exhibits were. There's a little tent outside the big tent where the exhibits were, and we've got people over there. You need a ticket to get in. We hope that we can fill the stands. Wrestling went over big last night, so please, everyone, we'll see you at the rodeo. The Trace after the rodeo.
Thank y'all.